Hello, everybody. We're back. Quoin's back, finally. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. Some announcements,
Technically,
though.
Quoin's been here.
True.
Just Caleb hasn't.
That's correct. Some announcements before we begin, though. Patreon. We have that. We have Color of Change as our charity of choice. You can find all of that in our link tree, which I'm posting in the VODs. I think I'm posting them in the VODs. And in the chat, just exclamation point links. If you're watching us live on Twitch, you can do that. What else? What else is going on? I don't know. Sam.
Sunday. Continuation of Codex Legendarium. We had a bit of a culmination of a climax of the first adventure on Sunday while we were all in our Halloween costumes, where the party found out kind of what was happening, but then blew the head off the villain halfway through his villain monologue and outright killed him with 2 Eldritch Blasts.
That's how it goes.
Fuck!
Yeah, so he was a commoner. He had 4 hit points. They assumed he was hardier.
They Danny DeVito'd him to death. I love it.
Yeah, and then there was still fighting to be done. There was a troll involved, but go back and watch the VOD if you're interested. We're cruising right along on Sunday to continue with that as they go into the aftermath of finding out that bad stuff's been happening and they've been kind of on the wrong side of it.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yep.
And that Sunday's at 5:30 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes.
Tomorrow, nothing's being streamed, but it's our first Session 0 play session for our Ravenloft campaign. 3 of the people have already been chosen. They were pinged in the group chat, I believe, at some point. They know who they are. That'll be tomorrow when we do that. So the Ravenloft campaign will be starting hopefully in December at some point. It depends on my living situation and how that pans out. So, last we left off, the party found themselves teleported into the Underdark. You know, as you do. After being attacked by this sort of illithid in plate armor wielding a really crazy axe. Fought back against the illithid, and the illithid fled through a portal after their armor was set ablaze with heat metal. The portal swallowed the party up, and they found said illithid smoking in some mushrooms, dead from the heat metal spell, which dealt the killing blow. Investigated this illithid corpse to discover it actually wasn't an illithid. It was Dax, who had gone missing during the psychic attack on Varanmoor, and the party could never find them. They took Dax's belongings, shoved them in the bag of holding, shoved Dax's charred corpse in the bag of holding, and told Threnazart where they were. Threnazart teleported down there, Dax's illithid best friend / ally, and party proceeded forward through the Underdark. Fought a roper over a magma kind of river, dealt with that pretty quickly, continued forward, met a deep gnome farmer who sold Druk some mithril, and that was that. Eventually, a couple days later, came across this beach with some Duergar looking for the party because, you know, it's Mind Flayer stuff and Elder Brain stuff, so there's a huge psychic connection everywhere. Duergar showed up on the beach, and with some stealth, one of the Duergar, I believe the leader of the Duergar, got sniped by Druk, insta-killed. And with some distractions, the party discovered that there was something weird in the water as it grabbed one of the Duergar and pulled it underneath the depths, a big, long tentacle. The Duergar had arrived in a boat, though, so the party hid Derbuel away in some mushrooms and cast a spell to make cast prestidigitation to make Derbuel not smell, so predators wouldn't be attracted to Derbuel. But the party hadn't really encountered much in terms of predators, so who knows? They then took the Duergar's boat and headed to the Mind Flayer city that was across the lake, or in the center of the lake, the city of Ak'nen, which Threnazart called it, the origin city of the Coral Cove illithid, a long time ago. As the party got close, those who had a psychic connection to Ubeliek, which is everybody but Quoin and Druk, everybody else received this sort of psychic imprint seared onto their brains of the city, like a blueprint view from above. The party arrived in the city, and disguised themselves as thralls of Thranazar, who disguised himself as a loyal illithid to Ubeliek. Instead of looking around the city for things, they questioned one of the Duergar with a speak with dead spell, kind of did, and learned that their only way out of the city would be a rift gate hidden in the city somewhere. So they have that clue. Traversed through the city and found a marketplace, bought some weird trinkets with eyeballs that Thranazar gave the party and called them mind gates, the currency used down here by the illithid, and then proceeded down this flight of stairs. After proceeding down the flight of stairs, the party encountered some weird stuff, a bunch of dead mind flayers floating on tables, getting their brains extracted for a process for their brains to be fed to an elder brain so it can add these mind flayers to its consciousness, its collective consciousness. Passed through that room and found another brain, a humanoid brain, floating in a jar with tubes connected to it, and going into an adjacent room. Party went into said adjacent room and discovered 4 clones of Dax, equipmentless, in these tubes. And as they arrived in the chamber, they all heard the collective voice of Ubeliek in their heads, and the pods opened. And stepping out of the pods, were these 4 clones of Dax. Party fought said clones, killed all 4 clones, and resurrected the one that was the most intact with a revivify spell. And that's where we pick up Dax. For the first time in 12 days, because I track my days now, you are in your own body. You have you look around and you see 3 other copies of your body dead, but you have no recollection of anything post going into the ring. The conversations you had while you were in the ring, you remember, but nothing. You don't have any recollections of these bodies. The experiences that went down here. You just know that you're back in your body, and you were previously in the ring.
Dax sits up.
Okay. You see Quoin, Druk, Ven, Kenna, a skeleton with a top hat and a scarf, and you see Thranazar.
I'm not dead.
Well, you were. Do you remember being in a ring?
I remember being in a ring. Yes, Sven. I remember that. I talked to you, and then it was silent. It was very silent for a long while.
At this point, Thranazar is kind of like he's walking around the room and running his staff along the walls, and you can see he's casting a spell.
While he's doing that, I'll say, yes, that was because we found out that any continued contact with you connected us to Ubby, as we call him.
Oh.
Remember the last thing when I was talking to you and he showed up?
Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 This is the
Yes.
most emotion you've seen Dax ever display at this point, because Dax has very been stoic, a stone's endurance going on here, just nothing can erode them. And they just stand up and they see Thranazar and they just run over to Thranazar while he's doing his spell and just giant hug.
Okay.
As you would get up, Quoin would have made a move to help steady you, but you just already ran. So good.
And it's Dax just is just sobbing at this point. She feels so bad about the situation.
Okay. He's still focusing on the spell because he can't break concentration on it, and he just with one hand reaches up and pats you on the head.
And Dax was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so
I
sorry.
told you
I'm
not
so...
to push things, but it's
We
fine.
we were already down there. If they would have known we were already there, Thranazar, it seemed best to press forward. But oh my god, I'm so happy. And just like Dax is just like, you know, like when you would like platonically give like your
Yeah.
friend like a kiss on the cheek and
Yeah.
stuff like that. She's just doing that to the top of his head.
Okay.
Just like
Okay.
a bunch of little kisses, just so happy she's back.
This spell is going to take 10 minutes, everybody. I don't advise leaving the room. I'm putting up wards against divination and sound and everything. And then I'm going to lock the doors.
Okay, I'll let you let you focus. I'll let you focus. And like Dax like takes her arms off Thranazar
Okay.
and just goes over to Ven and just big hug to him and just like, I'm so sorry. Everybody died.
Not everybody, but a lot of most of them.
But your mother's still fine, right?
Yes, she is. We had to relocate her. We went to the. Well, you were sort of there. We relocated her to the halls of eternal life. She's there with some priests.
Yep.
So she's all right.
Dax, this is Dawn.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you there, young Dax. Was this the person I was speaking to in the ring? Oh, yes, my dear darling there. Don't call me darling. I don't appreciate that. Oh, well, my apologies, miss. I just, bringing you back from the dead, warms my heart if I had one. Ha ha ha. Right.
Yes, this is Dom.
She's charming. Oh, thank you. I try. I tip my hat if I still had it. Oh, I can't wait to get that back.
Hey, you don't have a hat.
He is what we call a circus fire. Yeah, he is very intense. But, you know.
All right.
Quoin, was that a pun?
Of what? Because the heat from a circus fire can be so... Because clowns are so flammable.
They are?
Oh, you've clearly never witnessed a circus fire live.
You set a clown on fire before?
I did not. I have not. You're the one who is obsessed with fire, if I'm
I'm
not
not
mistaken.
obsessed with fire. I set one church on fire, and it was an accident.
You set one church on fire, and people are declaring this and that.
Exactly.
Just so everybody knows, the spell I'm casting is called Private Sanctum. I'm casting it for the entirety of the room. So,
Dax.
sound can't pass through the room or out of the room. The barrier of the room is going to appear dark and foggy, and preventing vision, including dark vision, to see through it. Sensors created by divination spells can't appear inside or see through. We can't be targeted by divination spells. Nothing can teleport into or out of this area, and planar travel is blocked in this area.
It sounds like it will be very safe.
And yes, it takes 10 minutes. So what's everybody else doing in those 10 minutes?
Druck is going to go up to Dax, not say anything, but just hand out a big fat mushroom. Eat.
Thank you. Thanks, Druck. And Dax just like gladly eats it. Tasty.
Quoin follows up. I did not know you were giving her a mushroom. I'm sorry to big you. I don't mean to big league you like this. And hands her a potion of greater restoration, or not greater restoration, greater healing.
We're about to take a long rest. You might want to
Oh,
save the
okay,
potion.
never mind. Oh, okay, cool. Then I just look like a total dick. All right, cool.
But Quoin, I do appreciate that. And Dax like kneels down in front of Quoin and puts her arms out for a hug and just makes sure not to crush his wings.
Are my wings exposed? I haven't.
Yeah, you haven't worn your armor since you took it off.
What?
It helped
All
because
right.
it helped for a certain encounter where you could have fallen off a bridge. So
That makes sense. So I haven't. This is a real fun, weird moment to be like, kind of like have been conscious for 6 sessions, but not really.
yeah,
Fully how to. Then Quoin will, if I may, Quoin's gonna whisper. Did you see him on the mountain?
So who, Quoin?
It's fine. Das ist good. It's so good to have you back. So good to have you back.
And
Kinda just-
Quoin, I do not want to say I would do it again in that sense for everything that happened, but I would stand up for you again.
Oh right, because because that was because someone was trying to be a rough customer to me because they had said some terrible shitty things about Bahamut. That was the whole
Yep.
sort of impetus for you going and I would do the same. I would have done the same for you had someone said, had they spilled bile upon the name of Ak'nen. Maybe not as aggressively, not as foolhardily, a quick punch to the mouth, they lose a tooth, not start some sort of mind plague across an entire cityscape and change, essentially retire a city in a single afternoon. But, potatoes, apples, oranges,
Got it. Yeah, I think they got it.
Just kind of like looking at Ben. So really,
and-
really stepping in it today.
At this point, Thranazort gets to both doors, and you can see he pulls up some gold dust and like sprinkles it over the tip of his staff, and then touches it against the door, and is going to cast Arcane Lock on both doors. So these doors are locked until dispelled. I've designated that we're the only ones that can open these doors. There's no password, because fuck that. And yeah, the door is impassable unless it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed. And it makes the door harder to knock down, like the DC increased by 10. And you just cast that on both doors.
The password
All right.
is guessed.
Damn it. And it's because I've been tracking the time, it is getting to the time of the long rest. Ven, do you think we should give Dax their equipment back?
Yes. I think with what we talked about,
Oh, and you can see Ven
5
wearing
minutes
the
ago.
you can see Ven wearing the belt
Yeah.
of Hill Giant Strength.
yes. Well, this was I had a minute, and I was you can have it. You can certainly have it back. However,
And
I think we.
keep it. It looks good on you.
Well, I think you'll want it in a minute. But I think we talked about right now you'll only have time to attune to 2 of these. So first we have 2 things that you were wearing when Kenna killed you. Well, not you, but your body.
Previous body.
Kenna killed me.
Yeah,
previous
one of your
body,
your
yes.
your
One of your
original
clones, maybe?
body.
Was it the original? Do we know that?
I don't know. I'm assuming.
Well, either your original body or one of your clones was wearing these things when it came to kill us, and Kenna killed that body with fire. So, the equipment of the enemy. It was very capable, and I've identified both of them, and I'll just start reaching into the bag of holding and yank out the aberrant plate
Yeah,
and
which
the
comes out
mind carver.
which comes out as a little
Oh, that's right, it's
coin.
just a disc.
Yeah, a little metal disc, and then there's this illithid axe made out of illithid bones with a purple iridescent blade.
What you're holding there, what you have there, the disc is actually a full suit of armor, and it gives you all sorts of abilities. And the axe is called the Mind Carver, and it's I can go over the effects of those with you over here. You were very effective with your body was very effective at using them, so I think you will benefit from them. If you would like, I can also give you the belt. But if you can only attune to 2 at once and you want both of those, or just let me know which 2 you would like, and we can accommodate. You've been dead for a while.
Because for a long rest, you have 2 hours of downtime and then 6 hours of sleep.
Then you keep belts on. I'm gonna get used to this. Dax is just like, holy shit.
All right, I will add those to Dax's character sheet.
Mint.
I will remove them from mine.
Dax's only equipment.
You have the sending stone?
You do.
Ben has it.
Yeah, Ben has it.
I thought Thranazar took it.
Nope, you still have it. He teleported to
okay.
it.
Oh, that's right. I'll give Dax the sending stone then too.
Okay. I'm adding everything to your character sheet right now, so I'll just knock the sending stone in there too. There you go. Everything.
Mint.
Drazar's like, alright, the doors are locked or warded.
Excellent, thank you. That's very helpful.
Yes, I definitely need a rest now.
Let's get that rest.
I also had to go through and re-specify for Mind Carver, because currently it was able to do when it hit a crit, it could throw creatures that were gargantuan. That doesn't make sense. So I had to fix it to large or smaller.
But it'd be so cool.
Yeah,
It's
but
so
then
funny.
it'd be way rarer than it is. So
Fucking yeeting Tiamat.
and yeah, you can attune to 2, and it's a long rest. No one needs to keep watch because it's
Oh yeah. 'Cause
everything's
we're all blocked
warded.
in.
Yeah. So what's everybody doing for the? Because yeah, it's at the point where you got to pass out. What's everybody doing for the 2 hours of downtime before the rest though? Cool. All right.
I was.
Yeah. Oh, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking again. It's been a minute, so I was thinking maybe, probably trying to send a prayer to the big dragon upstairs to try and maybe figure out why my friend didn't see him in the celestial plane.
You can figure that one out pretty easily. Dax their soul went into the ring of mind shielding, not to one of the outer planes.
Oh, I would know that. Okay, great,
Yeah.
great. I was thinking anyone who died. Okay, great.
No, the soul
But then-
did not get to go to the afterlife. It got sucked into the ring of mind shielding.
Oh, okay, thank you for that clarification. I
Yep.
appreciate it. Then, no prayer necessary.
All right.
Faith intact.
Cool beans. All right, Ben, what are you doing?
I'm gonna I would love to get that mass healing word, but that takes 3 hours. So I'm going to copy over Frost Fingers into my spellbook.
Okay, cool. That's a fun spell. Mass healing would be so good right now, though.
I know, right?
You know what? Based on like all the stuff that's been going on and the preparation of this room and the conversation, you could have been prepping mass healing word before everything, like in preparation kind of.
Oh,
thing.
yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Take that. So I'll add
You're
that
in
one in instead.
danger.
And the DM is like, you should
Well,
you
no,
should have
it makes
this.
sense because he wouldn't just be standing still for like the hour before the long rest, right? So
Yeah.
you can copy that one over if you want.
Dax would have attuned to the aberrant plate and the mind carver.
Okay. Boom. You can
And
attune
then-
to those.
They would have, whenever Thranazart was going to bed, they would have snuggled up right next to them and like just like cuddled up and been
Okay.
like, "This is good shit."
Okay.
Everybody needs cuddles after a long day.
All right. So just so
Long
Dax is
12
aware,
days.
just so you know, to reiterate everything, you can cast Command, Detect Thoughts, and Sending at will while attuned to the armor. You can use an action to make the armor invisible. You don't. So right now you're currently just fully decked out in purple iridescent plate armor that looks like a mind flayer, complete with helmet. The armor can be taken off as an action just by thinking about it. It turns into like a little metal disc you can conceal. The DC for those spells that I just mentioned is a 16. You gain resistance to psychic damage, which you already have because of your level 6 path feat. And you are immune to the frightened condition now while wearing this armor. Doesn't impose disadvantage on dexterity stealth checks while wearing it. It doesn't affect your unarmored movement at all. You have advantage on wisdom, intelligence, and charisma saving throws to resist the effects of spells. And you gain a flying speed of 20 feet, which is used to hover, kind of like an illithid hovers or like floats around. You can float around in the armor. Yeah.
Dax is living her best life. She's having
Um,
sweet dreams tonight.
The axe, just to reiterate, you gain a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it, which is already calculated, which is why you don't really need the belt right now, because the axe does what the belt did. When you hit a creature with the axe, it takes an extra 2d6 psychic damage. Once a turn, when you hit a creature with it, you can push the creature back, move a creature to an unoccupied space within 5 feet, if it is no more than one size larger than you. And yeah, if you score a critical hit with this axe on a creature that is larger or smaller, you can expend one of the weapon's charges, and the creature's body is encased in psychic energy and can be thrown 50 feet in any direction of your choice and land prone, taking 1d8 bludgeoning damage for every 10 feet it was thrown. This damage is not part of the critical hit. So that's Mind Carver, that's Aberrant Plates. Thranazart is already passed out. Kenna, there's nothing really Kenna can do. What's Dawn do? Dawn doesn't really need much to do either.
Dawn is just taking in the sights, the views, a little unsettled about the 3 random bodies around him, but
Oh yeah, those bodies are still
him
here.
and him and Dennis are just chatting
Thranazart's
it
gonna
up.
like briefly like wake up when you come to snuggle him. And he's gonna go, "What do you want to do with your bodies?"
That's not a question I thought I would have to answer. I prefer there being only one of me.
All right. Cool. He's gonna. Okay. He's gonna walk up to one of the bodies. He's gonna cast a spell that I have that is homebrewed that nobody else has, and you can see the body like kind of looks like the body gets like tucked up into his sleeve and disappears, and he does it to the other one. And then he lays back down.
Dex knuckles back up.
Like a vacuum cleaner, like actually no, like Jumanji when they all got sucked back into the game board. It's kind of like that. Up his
The
sleeve. And then
original Jumanji, right?
yeah, the original Jumanji.
Okay.
And then he just lays down and goes to sleep.
The Ring of Mind Shielding.
Oh, I still have that.
Okay.
Would you like it?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I was just-
Actually, I'll actually.
Just
Well,
a meta question.
okay. Dex, would you like this as well? I don't know. I think it requires attunement,
It does,
but
yeah.
you can. I'm currently not attuned to it because you were inside of it. So, would you? And you were. There was problems with that. Would you like it back?
Dax just kind of like half asleep, just like puts their hand out for Ven to slip it on.
Put the ring on there. Put a ring on it.
All right, cool.
Ah.
All right, I will add. I already got your stuff, so you can just focus on having a good time. Ring of Mind Shielding's back in your equipment. You can wear it, you just can't attune to it.
That's valid. It just it's the aesthetic at this point. Okay.
Alrighty. Alright, alright then, I guess everybody, if that's where we're gonna go, everybody gets the benefits of a long rest.
Yay.
And Kenna needs to roll percentile dice because of the crystal they attune to.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Please be a 36 or higher. That is a 19.
Oh,
Yep. Okay.
that's not a 36 or
No,
higher.
It happens. So that's 3 of the minor symptoms that they've gotten.
Oh boy.
It's only a problem when you get to 5. All right, let's see what the minor symptom is. I'm excited. 16. Oh, that's fine. Okay, that's not detrimental in any way whatsoever. Okay. As you all wake up from your long rest, you hear like the sound of like bubbles, like a cauldron bubbling. And you can just see colorful bubbles continuously billowing out of Kenna's ears, and it's for the next 6 hours. Just bubbles just coming out of the ears. Like, well, that's weird, but kind of tickles.
Not to try and screw us, but that'll make hiding kind of hard, won't it?
Nah.
Someone crouches down behind something.
Nah.
I don't know if we are capable of hiding anymore.
You should speak for yourself. I am
No,
tiny.
remember, Quoin, from what we discovered yesterday. The elder brain is capable of detecting our every movement and wherever we are by our thoughts.
It detects sentience, yeah.
Yes, so we can't hide no matter how good we are at it.
Oh yes, I remember. I am remembering. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But just Quoin, only you and I don't have the brain bug.
Yes, we are the only ones without the brain taint.
Yes.
The brain stain. Does that sound
Brain
better?
stone. Yes.
Yes.
It'll still be able to detect your sentience, though.
Mm.
So, I've accidentally put a mark on all of you because of it. I am sorry.
Well, this is how we make up for it.
Beyond apologies at this point.
Yes, we're in the belly of the beast.
At least seems that way.
Breakfast. Mushroom. Omelets.
Thranazar does not eat. He just takes out his one of those little vials and drinks it back in his robes.
How many of us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Dax just talking to him, trying to just find out what's happened in the past little while. Just
I can't tell you
so
I can't tell you anything yet.
Can't even tell us how our little one's doing back home.
No. Not what you think it is, Ven.
Oh, I was just trying to get a crick out of my neck. I was just
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't reveal anything about back home until this is dealt with, until the connection is severed.
Sooner the better.
Right, where to?
Points to the door you haven't gone through yet.
Mm.
And he's just gonna start walking.
Okay. The door opens. Actually, no, because these doors open within presence, but because of arcane lock, they're still closed. Oh, right. He Thranzart focuses, and then the door opens. A long corridor ahead of you.
Everyone ready?
Yep. Yep. Bubbles.
Do we know what we will be up against?
Elder Brain, most likely.
Yeah.
I can tell you what information I know about Elder Brains, so that helps. They're mostly immune to psychic damage. They're impossible to stun, and they're really good at mind-based stuff. But also, it's a massive brain, so it's not hard to hit. And again, it can detect creatures within like 10 miles of its lair that have an intelligence score of 4 or higher. So if you are intelligent, at least more intelligent than that, it can detect you. The only way you cannot be detected by it is with certain magic. Mind blank and non-detection.
Should we avoid being close to each other?
Depends on if this one has spells.
I don't like brain magic.
And unfortunately for the sneaky ones, you can't sneak for this one.
It's fine.
This is bad. And Thranzart seems like really nervous because usually when like illithid, kind of those who have knowledge of illithid, which would be like a few of you, most likely the people who like grew up in cities and stuff, especially in Undil City because they have the connection with the Coral Cove. When illithid break away from an Elder Brain's influence, they do not want to go back because they can easily kind of like fall under the influence. You can see like Thranzart like kind of fiddling with this amulet around his neck, and he's fiddling with his own ring of mind shielding.
Dax just puts a hand on his shoulder, and Quoin, because they know Quoin now after what happened, just, we're in this together.
Thranzart responds, and Quoin, it just sounds like, and then it just says, "Thank you." And Thranzart starts walking down the corridor.
Dax is right beside them.
Okay.
With you to the end of the line.
Druck's gonna let them take blade.
Okay. Yeah, it's their fault. Let's go.
Well, they kind of have. They seem to be a little bit more familiar with what we're heading into, so.
2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5. Okay. Dawn, it tastes like 5 a.m.
If it was up to me, I would say, you know, by the old crow feather that's stuck in that joint, it tastes kind of around 5 o'clock in the morning.
But I cleaned that out.
You did.
You know, sometimes it lingers, you know?
I see.
Just kind of like that old, quaffle injury. Ha ha ha.
Yes, Dax, they taste the time.
I guess that's helpful.
I can tell what time it is too. I don't taste the air to do so.
But he doesn't have a tongue.
I know.
Where did they find him?
I don't know.
And why did they keep him?
I don't know.
Non-deal. And,
You wouldn't hear this conversation. They're far ahead and they're talking quietly to each other.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't. Okay, I was.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
He seems to be a character, that's for sure.
Yes. All right. The corridor leads to another large sunken chamber, about a mile beneath the previous tunnel. So you know when the gnome told you guys are about 25 miles down, you'd be about 26 miles down at this point. And this chamber has solid spiked barbed doors covered in the mind flayer language of Quolith. And Dax, these doors are super familiar. These are the doors you were led through. In our private conversation that happened on Discord while everything else was happening.
Yeah.
And you all feel a dominating presence behind the door. It's not like taking over your mind and dominating you, but you can just feel this overwhelming presence behind the door. And then the doors swing open of their own accord, and you see a massive open chamber with numerous spiked pillars, 6 in total. In the center of this massive chamber is a gargantuan brine pool, filled with a hoard of treasure. Loot if you kill this guy. Where a multi-story house-sized brain sits. So like a 3-story house-sized brain sits adorned in a massive crown made up of thousands of illithid skulls that is fused into the top of the brain. Standing around the exterior of the brine pool are about 6 taller than usual illithid in full plate armor, complete with a helmet of moving, grasping, writhing tentacles. Numerous tentacles lash out from front of the brain and wrap around the pillars, and the brain hoists itself up into the air. And because I can't do the weird inhale voice anymore, I bid thee welcome. And you can feel the power of its voice echoing throughout this chamber, not speaking into your mind. And the brain kind of like wetly turns and looks down at the 6 very tall illithid, much taller than Thranazart. And they exchange looks with him. And then he shifts slightly, and the illithid leave. You may leave us. He looks back at you all. I do not wish to endanger more of my children for your curiosity. And slightly shifts again. It's been so long. Allow me to stretch my legs. And the brain hoists itself in the air a little further, and Thranazart goes, "Other brains don't have legs." And as he does so, 2 incredibly long, slender legs burst forth from the brain, as well as 6 long arms that drag on the ground that end in hooked claws. Thranazart's like, "Yeah, that's not an elder brain." The brain itself seems to elongate and stretch and form into a head similar to that of a xenomorph from Alien, but more brain-like in texture. Then there's a loud, wet crunch, and a long, slender body pushes out from the back of the brain, and the legs and arms begin to actually slide down from out of the brain and attach themselves to the body, as a pair of 30-foot-long tentacles fall out from where you'd expect the mouth to be, at the front of the brain, kind of deal. And then much larger than he was as just the brain, Ubeliek, with each long, gnarled arm, 6 of them, grasps onto each pillar, brings his head down, and says, "You've all come this way, so let's begin." And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Ah. What is that? What the?
Here's the
fuck
closest
is that?
approximation I have for a picture.
Deja vu.
Brody. Oh God.
Let us see. Let us see.
Yeah,
let
it's
us
the
see
thing
what
that
you mean.
scooped Dax's brain out.
Garrett will know what that is, like, instantly.
Why would anyone want to hold its hand?
Yeah. Dax, what'd you get? Oh, I should move you guys out of the battle map. Oh, I don't have... Reminds me, I can't hear anything. Because my sound is not playing through my speakers. Fuck. Whatever. Alright, did I move you guys to the battle map? I did.
Let us see. 20. Ooh. Oh.
Weird, it's not playing through my headphones. Whatever.
Oh, there we are.
I'm gonna reload the tab.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to play through my headphones, not through my TV.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's playing through my headphones? I'm just stupid. Okay. Dax, what'd you get for initiative?
16.
Nice. Dawn.
7.
Cool. Druck.
Shit. 20.
425.
25,
Nice.
yeah.
Kenna also got a natural 20 for a 20. Nice. Okay. So Kenna got 20. Quoin.
Quoin got an 11.
Oh no. Ven.
4.
Oh god. All right.
Wait, what? Why oh no? Tell me why oh no.
Meh. All right, Druck, you are up first. This massive brain just with 6 long limbs gripped onto each of these pillars. 2 big long legs, long slender body, tentacles at the front of the mouth. Tyrannosaur yelled, "This is not an elder brain."
Yeah. We're all clumped up at the entrance.
Yeah.
I'm gonna trust that everybody's just gonna... Shit, I don't know what I should do. Shit.
You can do it, Speedy
So-
McCready.
Yeah, I could do 2 things here. There are 2 things I could do. But oh boy. Does the ruler work here?
Nope.
Shit. Okay.
Each square is 5 feet.
You said it was not an elder brain. Did you mean did we misread it? Is it actually an elder Brian? Is that what we...
Elder Brian. There you go.
That's the
Alright.
content you guys have been missing?
All right. Shit. Ugh. Fuck it. I'm just going to... Shit, I have to... All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna do steady aim and use the crossbow from this distance.
Okay.
$23 to hit.
Hits.
All right. For a total of poop. 18 piercing damage.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. He's gonna use a legendary action and starts stomping inside the brine pool, and then leaps like big stomps, and he's gonna leap 30 feet. So 5.
Oh, he's like a
10,
jumping spider. I don't like
15,
this.
20. Hold on. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Lands right there. Just the ground like trembles and shakes. Yeah, 2 legendary actions to do that, bringing us to Kenna. Kenna's like, I've been holding on to this for a hot minute. And she's gonna take out the Cathadium crystal because she's been holding on to they've been holding on to the Stinky Stink, and is gonna. What's the distance on that actually? 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just out of reach. You're gonna step forward 5 feet, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, and gonna do, as they're running past, send the smell of the ghost pepper that they've been cooking in this crystal towards Ubeliek to see if they can incapacitate him. Which is not the same as being stunned. So wisdom save. If he fails, he's incapacitated from persistent gagging and can make the save at the end of each of his turns. Alrighty. Wisdom save. And he has magic resistance, so that's advantage. 18 plus 4. Succeeds. Alright. Cool. That's that. That's Kenna's turn, bringing us to the lair action time. First lair action of this campaign. Let's go!
Oh boy.
Gonna pick Thranazart. No, I'm gonna pick Dax. Because it sees Dax is in here and it has the armor and the axe. Yeah, he's gonna look at Dax. And Dax, you feel this weird sort of anchoring sensation, like Ubeliek's trying to anchor you to the spot with sheer force of will. Charisma saving throw. You have advantage because of the armor.
Muted.
Muted.
That's 12.
Alright, you're unable to leave your current space. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns, ending the effect on a success. So you're just frozen on the spot, can't move. That's going to bring us to Ubeliek. Here we go. What's he got in his sleeve? He's going to move. He's going to move. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just pulling himself along because he's kind of too big to like move gracefully. And as he gets within melee of almost everybody, because he's got some reach, he's going to go for his multi-attack, I think. So first, head tentacles down at Druck. He's got a 30-foot reach with his head tentacles. Dax, you can do Sentinel because he's attacking somebody else. Actually, are you within 5 feet? Yep, you can do Sentinel. Yeah, you are. You're within 5 feet, diagonally. Just because you're rooted on the spot, you can still use your Sentinel if you want.
Yeah.
Go for it.
With the Mind Carver.
Yep.
13.
13 just hits. Big brain thing, yeah.
It's huge.
Yeah, and he's also huge.
16 damage.
Don't roll Psychic because he's immune to it.
Yeah. So 16 damage.
Nice. So, head tentacles down at Druck. Oh, 16 to hit.
I believe that hits. Yes.
Alright, so these head tentacles, and they latch around you,
Oh, that's not good.
and you take 12 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you're grappled by the tentacles.
Okay. Does that mean I'm moved from my position at all, or?
No, you're just grappled.
Okay.
And then he's gonna lift his head up. Because you're grappled in his tentacles. So so you technically now, yeah, you're 30 feet up in the air. Because he's about 30 feet
Okay.
tall.
Okay.
And then part
I
of his...
guess. Go ahead.
You're 30 feet in the air. Then grasping limb, one of his arms, he's gonna go down for Dax. Natural 20.
Fuck.
And you're not raging yet.
Oy,
No.
oy, oy.
23 slashing damage.
Whoa.
Sorry. Can I use my reaction from that last hit?
Yeah.
Thanks.
To have it?
Yeah.
So 6 damage, okay. Alright. Dax, yeah, sorry. You got hit. And then you're grappled and restrained in one of his arms.
Motherfucker, not again.
And then third and final attack. Head tentacle, grasping limb down on Thranazart.
Oh, he doesn't want to go for Don?
Okay, fine. He's gonna go for Dawn. 14 to hit Dawn.
Fuck.
Okay. Dawn takes 13 slashing damage.
Ooh, spicy.
And then is grappled and restrained in one of his arms. And then, because he has somebody grappled and restrained in his arms, he's going to use the fling action and throw Dax. So Dax, Dex save. You have advantage. You have advantage because you can see it.
Yes.
So Dex save.
With advantage, that's a 18.
That just succeeds, and you're not thrown. You stay in his grasp. And that ends his turn, bringing us to you, Dax. Grappled and restrained in one of his hands.
So then Dax is also 30 feet up, or is that just Druck?
Just Druck, because the head tentacle, he lifts his head up.
Okay.
So.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay. I can't. Okay, so I can't move, but I can still attack.
Correct, but because you're restrained, it's with disadvantage.
Advantage.
Don't forget to
Okay.
rage, by the way.
Rage, yeah. So, I am going to bonus action rage,
Okay.
and I'm making sure I'm reading this right. Ah, okay. I can do that. We're gonna wait to do that.
Okay, so you're raging.
I am raging. I know the psychic damage isn't gonna do anything to
No.
it. But we're gonna attempt to fucking carve this bitch up.
Okay, are you going reckless so you don't have to switch to straight attack rolls?
Yeah, we're going reckless.
Because you're restrained anyway, so he's gonna have advantage anyway. Yeah.
Okay, the first one was 11 to hit.
Misses.
Going reckless.
And just a reminder, anyone who's within 10 feet of Quoin gets +1 of their saving throws.
Mint.
Because of, yeah.
Yes. Yes. New things.
Yeah.
18.
18 hits. So you're just like grappled in this arm and you're just like chopping into it like a tree.
7 plus 2
9.
from rage, 9 damage.
Alrighty. Anything else?
I would have to repeat the save as my action, right?
What save? Oh, to like break out of the grapple?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an action to do that.
Okay. We good. That's
Alright.
what we do. We're just.
That's gonna bring us to Thranny Boy. Thranazart. He is going to... Oh man. Fuck. Okay. Cool. Alright. Sure.
You just hear Dax yell out, "Fuck him up like you did Jacoby!"
He doesn't have a lot of good combat stuff. Yeah, fuck it. He's gonna cast a No, it's psychic damage, I think. Is it psychic? Please don't be psychic. Oh, it's force. Cool beans! He just... You can see Dax is far away. Druck's 30 feet up in the air, so Druck won't get hit by the cone. And he's going to cast a 4th level pulse wave. So he unleashes this intense pressure in a 30-foot cone. Just... And it's going to push... Yeah. So 4th level pulse wave. Fails. So that is 7d6 force damage.
Woo! Woo!
19 force damage. And I think with Pulse Wave, pushed 15 feet away. Get fucking out of melee range, so 5, 10, 15. And that breaks the grapple and restrained on Druck and Dax because he got pushed.
Oh,
So Druk falls 30 feet. Make a dex save to see if you can land. Just to see if you can land on your feet.
Okay. Dex save. That's a 10.
I'll say that's fine. It's only 30 feet.
Okay.
But it is spicy. 6 plus 4,
10.
10 plus 5, 15 bludgeoning damage to Druk.
Did you say 16?
15.
15. Fuck.
And you've already used your reaction to have, unfortunately.
Right, but that also wasn't an attack, so I couldn't have it.
Correct.
Anyway.
That's right. And Dax, you're just freed from the grapple and restraint because of Thranazor's push.
Nice.
Yeah. And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. All right. Quoin. You rolled up. Oh, never mind. Druk would have not been within 10 feet. Never mind. What's Quoin doing?
Coin's gonna do. Coin's gonna do what I built him for.
Sure.
Look at the baddest mofo in the room and challenge him.
Okay.
Stupid as hell. Why am I doing this? All right. Bonus action, Hunter's Mark.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
And then I think I'm within. I think I'm within 30 feet of this.
Oh, you
fool,
definitely
right?
are. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also gonna get off the ground.
He's got a reach of 30 feet too,
Oh, okay.
with his tentacles at least.
Then Quoin is gonna pull out my sweet sword, the rapier-like sword, the
Yeah.
the
Vaderschwert.
Vaderschwert, and yeah, I'm gonna Superman punch it right into his face.
Cool beans. Go for it.
At least I'm going to attempt to.
Okay, so you fly right at it with your sword.
That is a 19 to hit.
Just make sure you're over here.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry. Yeah. Thank
And
you.
yeah, 19 does hit.
19 does hit.
Oh, yeah.
Great. Oh great. Well then, incoming damage updates.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay. Clear all current. All right. So that's 6 on the Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Plus 9 from the stab. Plus.
Yep.
I'm going to smite the balls off this one.
Yep.
Use a smite and go back. Smite. So we're up to 15 so far. Where do I roll smite damage? I should have looked over this a little more.
It's 3d8 if you use a second level spell slot, and 2d8 if you use a first level spell slot.
I'll just start with the 2 d8 for the first level spell slot.
Okay, so take off a first level spell slot and then roll 2d8.
I took off the first level spell slot and 2d8, and I'm gonna roll that 2d8. So that's 8. So
Nice.
it's a total of 23.
Nice. Just
For the first hit,
for the first hit. That's right. You get a second attack.
and I'm going to attack again.
Yep. And no pack tactics on this because no one else is within 5 feet.
Right, I got a 26.
That for sure hits. Just.
That'll. And then I'm gonna roll slashing damage. So that's a 10
Nice.
plus the Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Which is going to be 15, and
Nice.
then no. There we go. Then 2d8.
Doing another smite.
Yeah, I'm gonna use
Okay.
another smite. So that's 12
Nice.
plus 15, 27. So overall, that is 50 damage.
Fuck yeah. Just this little
Points
kobold.
back. Yeah, just right into his cheek, if I can see it, just like
His brain cheek. Just. Sounds good.
that Hercules punch where he comes up. And boom.
All right. Yeah, he's gonna use a legendary action at the end of that because he recharged those.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I've been waiting for this one.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna look in the direction of Dax, sort of. Nah, Quoin, for sure. And you see the kind of middle portion of the brain at the front splits open a little. I'm so sorry, Garrett, but you probably know where I got this idea from. And it fires a beam of arcane energy in a line.
Yeah.
And following the line, powerful explosions. It's a 90-foot line that is 15 feet wide.
Ooh.
And we're just going to go
15 feet.
straight ahead. So I need Quoin, Ven, and Dawn. Actually, 15 feet. Hold on. Nope. I need Quoin, Ven, Dawn, and Dax. He's going to blow it right where Dawn is.
Okay, so this is not a
Hold on.
ranged attack, correct?
Correct. It's a dex save. And if you succeed on the save, you don't take any damage. You just get pushed from these exploding lasers. Yeah. So Dax, you do have advantage because Barbarian.
Yeah, with advantage, that's a 10 for Dax.
Okay.
And for Dawn, it's a fucking unnatural 20. God damn
Okay.
it.
And Ven
19.
succeeds. So you get pushed 10 feet to whatever side you want to get pushed 10 feet to the side.
Like left or right
Yeah.
specifically?
Whatever way you want to go, you get pushed 10 feet.
I'm gonna go left so I don't run into Don.
All right, you're pushed 10 feet to the side. Quoin, what'd you get?
Hi, Druck.
I rolled 25.
So you get pushed 10 feet to the left or right.
I'll post up on this pillar then.
Cool beans. All right. So just Dawn and Dax are the only ones that failed. All right.
With a 20?
Oh no, wait. Dawn succeeded.
Dawn succeeded.
10 feet, Dawn. Whatever direction you want to go.
Oh, we got 10 feet this way to Vinny
Fuck.
boy. Hello, man.
Damn, everyone succeeded almost. All right.
Of
Yeah.
course, Dax fucking failed.
All right, Dax. You take 27 force damage.
Reduced to half
Nope,
because of
be-
rage?
Nope. Rage only reduces piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing. And then certain subclasses reduce others. Oh wait, did you add a? Oh yeah, +1. You would have had a +1. No, yeah, never mind. You would not have had a +1 because the Quoin is far away. All right, 27 bludgeoning, 27 force damage, and double check. That's all that happens. Okay, that's 3 legendary actions to do that, bringing us to Ven.
Oh boy. Oh, all right. Oh, good heavens.
Try to get
Okay.
away from Dawn. He followed.
If you want to see a video where I got inspiration for this boss fight, look up Great Amygdala from Bloodborne.
Let's go with a spiritual weapon.
All right, my favorite boss fight. In the game,
Yeah.
Right, just somewhere in near. Let's go along the left side over there.
too. Okay.
And swing batter.
All right, this big old radiant greatsword.
Oof. Let's see if that hits. That's a 14 to hit.
14 hits though.
Hey.
Big
that's
old
what I like to
lumbering
see.
creature.
That is true. Hey, boo boo. 10 points of force damage.
Nice.
Oops. That was my bonus action. Action, we're gonna go with a firebolt.
Go for it.
That is a 26 to
That
hit.
hits. Just.
And that's gonna be 14 points of fire damage.
Nice. Anything else? Moving it
Yeah,
along.
I'm gonna go down 1 and then up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Scooby-Doo running noises. You
Okay.
can hear.
Sit
Are those
down
or
one.
how are those things? How big are those things again that I'm standing behind?
Pretty fucking big. They go all the way to the ceiling.
Oh, they go. Okay, so that is cover. Okay.
I'm just saying if you left his range because he got 30 feet of range with those head tentacles.
Ah.
Yep. So he's gonna reaction head tentacle at Ven.
Do I have cover when I leave his range?
No,
I'm going
because
around the
you
corner.
would have left his range 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. When you got behind Druck, you would have been out of his range.
Oh, when I backed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Knowing that, can I have gone forward around Druck and then back down? Like around Druck to the front. It's the same thing.
He'll still be able to hit you no matter what, because 30 feet that way would get you about here.
Right. But do I have cover from the attack if I'm there because I'm around the corner of the thing?
They're long tentacles. Sure,
Yeah, but I'm like,
sure.
he has a hard time seeing me, right?
You get there perfectly
know.
fine. Sure.
Okay. I still assumed you would attack me. I just wanted to know if I'd have cover on the attack roll.
Oh, right, you would. Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
say half cover.
Okay.
What does that bump your AC up to?
Let me remind myself how much cover increases AC by.
Yeah. Oh, I have it right here, actually.
Oh, cool.
Because that's 16 plus 7 to hit.
Oh! God.
Half cover, yeah. Half cover is plus 2 to AC and dex saves.
Yep, no, that brings me up to a 17, but not even shield can fix that.
Okay.
Whoops.
14 bludgeoning damage.
Ow!
And you are grappled in his head tentacles.
Oh, okay.
So you'd be grappled. You'd be grappled right.
Like right here.
Yeah, about there.
6 away, right?
That's where you'd be grappled. Yeah. This tentacle just latches out and wraps around your waist.
Almost made it.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Back to the top to Druck.
All right. So this guy's getting a
But
little
Dawn
squirmy.
didn't get a turn.
Oh right, sorry, Dawn. Yeah, I skipped Dawn.
It's so how Dawn is unforgettable.
That's right, I forgot Dawn. What's Dawn doing?
For their bonus action, they are going to do.
Yeah, Dawn goes before Ven. I forgot.
They are going to do their form of dread.
Okay.
Okay. So you just see this creepy ass paralysis demon appear once. Oh yeah, Quoin's been here, but Quoin hasn't been here.
Yeah.
You just see something. If you were sleeping and you woke up in the middle of the night, unable to move, you would have just seen your paralysis demon. You just see this weird skeleton start cracking from places you didn't think he could crack. Starts to elongate. His fingers look like they're longer with points, and this is just like a fucking terrifying sight. Like, if his eyes were black before, they are just voids that stare into your soul and show you everything you've done wrong in your past. Like, it's like, oh fuck. Like, it shakes you to your core.
So form of dread. So
And
roll a
form
d10
of dread.
plus for your temp HP.
That's going to be 3 plus 5. No, 3 plus 6, actually.
Yeah, so 9 temp HP to Dawn.
9 temp HP. And then.
And then it makes a wisdom save, I believe, to see if it gets frightened of you.
If I hit it, I can do that.
Yeah.
So, Dawn, my good dear, is going to. So, anyways, he started blasting.
Go for it. Eldritch Blast.
First, Eldritch Blast. First one is a 12 to hit
Just misses.
into a pillar.
The pillar topples and falls onto Ven.
Ah!
The second one, 18 to hit.
18 hits.
That's gonna be not spicy. 7 damage.
Alright, and he's pushed.
And he's pushed back.
Because,
Oh.
yeah, that one, Repelling Blast doesn't specify creature size, I don't think.
It does not.
And it's 5 feet, so...
5 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
And
And Ven, I believe, I rule that if you get pushed out of a... So Ven's no longer grappled. That's how I rule it, so...
Oh, thank you.
so
Makes
since
sense.
I hit him,
Yeah,
can I make him do a wisdom save?
I believe so.
I would like that to try.
Okay. 18.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Okay. Anything else? I don't think you got anything else besides movement, but yeah.
I should probably not get out of his whippy range. That's bad news. You know, we're just gonna stay there and taunt him.
All right, Druck.
All right. So clarifying question. You said that this guy has like 30-foot like kind of grappling range.
Yep.
My question is, if someone is grappled,
Mm-hmm.
but they're 30 feet away from him, are they within 5 feet away from him so that I would get sneak attack? How
Yeah,
would that work?
because they're not incapacitated.
Okay. All right. Cool. That's good to know. I'm going to bonus action dash
Okay.
and go over here, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'm going to
And he has no more reactions to do attacks of opportunity because he used one on Ven.
Woo. And then I'm. Right now, no one is within 5 feet or grappled by.
Correct.
Correct. I will hold my action for when that happens.
Alrighty. This is going to bring us to Kenna, who's going to look at the crystal. Probably not do that again. Oh, man. I don't want to use a cool spell that Kenna picked. So the player can describe how they want to do it. So, tried and true. Produce flame. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Nice! Produce flame! That should hit. 11 plus 9, I believe, with produce flame? Yeah, because of the crystal. So, a dirty 20 to hit for 7 fire damage. He's looking pretty hurt. Oh yeah, Dax still can't. Oh shit, Dax, end of your turn. I forgot to do this because he held you on the spot with his lair action. Charisma save at the end of your turn. You don't get a +1 because Quoin's too far away.
19.
You're okay. So the end of your last turn, you're no longer rooted on the spot.
Cool beans.
He can't use the same lair action twice in a row. So instead. That's mean, and it's really fun though.
Do it.
He's gonna cast his legendary action. You see an invisible kind of wall kind of shimmer into existence, and he's gonna put the wall because he can hear someone running along that side. Oh fuck, that's stupid. The wall's too small. All right, he's gonna use lair action to cast Wall of Force. And he's going to form it as he's going to form it as a hemispherical dome around Druck.
Cool.
So, invisible wall of force brings into existence. Each panel must be, you can form it into a hemispherical dome with a radius of up to 10 feet. It lasts for the duration, so he has to concentrate on it. Nothing can physically pass through the wall. It is immune to all damage and can't be dispelled by dispel magic. And just looks at you. He sees you running up to the side and readying to shoot. He goes, no. Wall of force.
Cool. Right on.
And that brings us to Ubeliek. He's looking really bad. Yeah, he's looking really bad. Fuck.
Hey guys, guess what? I'm invincible. Nothing can get me inside here.
Also true. Also true. All right.
Get up to snack truck.
Yeah, he's looking real bad.
He just kind of shimmy dances.
His tentacles start to lift into the air and start forming the glyphs of a spell. Ven, I will let you make an Arcana check to see if you know what spell this is.
All right. Not like I can do much about it yet because I haven't taken counterspell yet. But
someone in the party does have counterspell.
Oh yeah!
26.
He's
Arcana.
casting plane shift on himself.
He's trying to leave. He's trying to leave.
Yep. So you don't have a 7th level spell slot. So roll a d20 and add your spell modifier. Thranazart's going to do it too, just in case.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So D20 my spell
and add your
modifiers-
spell modifier.
which is a +5.
Yep, d20 plus 5.
Which character has it? Is this Dawn or Dax?
Dawn.
15?
15 does not succeed. Need a 17. Thranazort's gonna do it. Okay. So Thranazort spell modifier. I rolled a 12 plus 5.
Oh.
So Thranazort just counter spells plane shift. And then Ubeliek just turns its head towards Thranazort and goes, well then.
Uh-oh.
If Wall of Force is still up, so.
No, it's just nothing. Never mind.
So that was his action to cast Plane Shift to get the fuck out of there, and it got counterspelled. So Thranazort and Dawn do not have reactions, bringing us to Dax.
Okay, let's see. So I still raging. There's
Yep.
no point in doing that. It would look cool, but it's not worth it right now. Dax is just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, get in range,
Oh, right.
and then
Garrett messaged me and let me know, reminded me. Thranazort was behind cover and couldn't see Ubeliek.
Oh.
So Ubeliek successfully cast Plane Shift. And that is the end of that encounter.
Why must you hate fun, Garrett?
So
Why must you hate
he's
fun?
gonna go see you all later, and then gone.
Yeah, but for the next 6 seconds, he can only move 10 feet less than he normally would.
True.
Because I hit him with a slashing thing.
So he is Gonzo.
Well, it's peeking out from behind the pillar. Is he? What happened?
Excellent. Thank fuck. Okay. Cool fucking beans.
Get me out.
Cool beans. Oh, that goes away.
Oh, it does?
Yeah,
Okay.
after 10 minutes. Just. Actually, no, it does go away right now, actually. Ven and Quoin, I need you both to make wisdom saves.
Oh dear.
All right, yes, sure.
It happens.
Do I have advantage on this?
You actually-
I have +1
You
on
get
saves.
+1 yourself, yeah.
And then wisdom is, oh, judge. All right, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 7.
Okay.
So since I got a +1, I got a 21.
All right. So you both see something. Ven, it incapacitates you for a couple minutes, but that's it.
What happened?
Plane shift happens. And for some reason, you're seeing where he's going. The two of you. And he's not going where he planned on it. You can see he's first attempting to go. You don't really see where he's trying to go. And something seems to stop him. Mid shifting through the planes. It's what the two of you can make out is this large. I'm so glad this fucking happened. Okay, cool. This large platinum colored sphere with a blue draconic eye in the middle of it begins floating towards Ubeliek. And in draconic says, "You are an unnecessary distraction."
Does then speak Draconic?
Yes.
That fucking rules.
Then,
Mm-hmm.
from behind the sphere, you see just the radiance kind of come out from behind the sphere. And then there's a flash. And then nothing. And as it happens, one by one, those of you who felt the connection in your head, you do feel it get severed. Like it just dissipates. And who all has the, I think everybody but Dawn and Dax, or everybody but Dax, has those royal seals.
Yeah.
Okay. The royal seals begin to glow a little bit, and they kind of get like white hot on your skin wherever you're wearing them. They start to get like glow white hot, but they don't burn. And then one by one, they all just kind of disappear. Ven, Quoin, and Kenna would know the royal seals that the crown gives out to people. They're magical in a sense that they disappear when a contract or a job has been finished. And then it alerts the head wizard on the Queen's Council, and he tells the council that the job has been done, and then payment can be done. And yeah, you both, Quoin and Ven, both kind of snap back into reality. Oh, there goes gravity. And you get a sense Ubeliek plane shifted, but something prevented him from safely doing so.
Since we saw that the contract was complete and something prevented him, and based on that, we kind of, and you're an unnecessary distraction, would this and this and this lead us right now? I would that would have me deducing that something just snuffed out Ubeliek.
Yeah.
Is that a safe assumption?
Yeah, and
for me to draw logically as a character?
It was a platinum sphere with a blue draconic eye, and then a mote of radiance that was what felt like a different entity, kind of came out from behind the sphere and aided this sphere in doing the task.
Wait, another entity.
Mm-hmm.
A
Can I maybe
2-for-1
make
special.
a religion check?
Yeah, if you both want to make, if you both want to make religion checks, you can do that.
I absolutely do.
So that Ven can say what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I got 24.
24.
Oh boy, what's the old religion? Oh yeah, so 16.
16. Well, first off, what is Ven thinking?
I'm pretty sure that was our gods just showed up and just bitch smacked Ubeliek out of existence because he crossed over into their domain.
And Quoin, you get the same feeling.
Yeah, but the representation is kind of like how like when you see a literal translation of what an angel is from the Bible.
Yeah.
If you guys have ever read that part, like kind of like a connection of spheres and shit. Yeah. So like a weird like, this is not what I had in mind. This is shaking me to my core.
And since and since Quoin, since you succeeded on the wisdom save, I forgot a part. Let me get my notes. Because it's important that you get this part too. Okay, cool. This platinum orb kind of deal. You get a sense this isn't happening right now. What you see when you see the orb now, you're just seeing the orb by itself kind of floating in this like weird kind of void space. And a voice kind of fills your head, but there's no words to it. It's like a kind of thought.
Mm-hmm.
And the thought is, find the 4 shards. And the orb kind of just splinters and breaks into 4 pieces and then just disappears. Platinum colored orb with a blue draconic eye. And now everyone's back in the chamber. There's a hoard of treasure in the brine pool. Oh shit, sorry. There's something else. Yeah. Everyone minus Druck and Quoin feel a sudden relief in your mind as you all drop to your knees, minus Quoin and Druck, as a huge psychic wave washes over you and you feel Ubeliek's influence leave your mind. The city then trembles as hundreds of thousands of voices all scream out in unison in your minds before everything goes eerily still and silent. Thranazar looks at the brine pool and says, well, there's a bunch of treasure in there, and the tadpoles are turning to dust, so if y'all want to dig around, I think we've earned it. And then, at this point in time, because it lasts 10 minutes... Oh, no, concentration, he was killed. So, yeah, the Dome of Force just goes... disappears.
So, yeah, Quoin, like, coming down, floating down on wings, just kind of muttering to himself, Vier Schaben, 4 shards, 4 shards. Just like you hear him just, like, kind of going, 4 shards, like, trying to understand what 4 shards means. Like, find 4 shards. 4 shards, 4 shards. 4 shards, 4 Schaben. 4 shards, 4 shards, find 4 shards. It's like repeating, like that thing that you do when you want to, like, remember a phone number just over and over again.
Yeah.
What's going on? What happened?
I think that like feeling the pin. I think that Ubeliek has or Ubby. It was Ubby was what we had all decided to call him. Ubby has been snubbied. That is, it is no longer.
I felt his presence leave my mind.
What type of magics made him just blink out? It was strange.
From Druck's point of view, he just the plane shift happened, and then you guys said he was dead, so he's just like.
He cast a spell called Plane Shift. It lets you travel to other realms of existence. I thought I got him. I thought I counterspelled it, but
I thought I counterspelled it too, my good sir, but I thought I felt it in my bones, but
I can tell this place is free of his influence. Something happened to him when he left. Must have.
Druck looks at Quoin and Ven.
It was something divine, I think. What didn't you say, Ben?
Why would something divine be concerned about him, though?
I'm not sure. That had a effect on me.
Oh, and the imprint of the city's map, you can feel it also leave your mind.
I need to sit down for a moment.
Yeah, go and run over, catch him like, oh, all right. Did you hear about the 4 shards too?
No, I didn't. The only thing I heard was the thing about something about a distraction, and my mind feels raw.
You saw the 2 of them, yes? There were 2?
Mm-hmm. If I'm not mistaken, that was at least aspects of, or avatars of, Bahamut and Armathnan.
Thranazar just looks confused. What do you mean, aspects?
Well,
I know what aspects are, but I didn't see anything.
It was through. I could see where he was going. It was strange. It was here and it wasn't. But there was an image, a sphere of platinum with an eye and a radiant light, and they obliterated him.
That's convenient.
Indeed, it is. Well, I say aspects because gods rarely show up anywhere in their full selves. It's sort of going somewhere for a god is similar to dipping a finger in a glass of water.
Is this the first time you've had visions like this from your respective deities? It's not.
No, it's not. Well, I've had dreams before that I've always liked to say were from Armathinen, but I've been blessed by Armathinen from a young age, but I always thought it was more of a impersonal thing. Part of me always thought perhaps that my dreams were just dreams, and I took them as omens, but I never thought of them as direct communication.
What did they say to you? And was there anything like of note in any of these? Like, have you two ever had a shared vision before?
None that we've ever talked about, I don't think.
No, that is the first time I have ever shared a vision of anything with anyone.
There was let's see, I can think of two recently off the top of my head. The first is, well, the vision. It was a dream that convinced me to leave the academy. It was a dream of a sparrow sitting in the nest and watching other young sparrows hatch and leave, and then finally take the plunge and leave the nest.
Quoin, make me a religion check with advantage based on that.
Uh, 16. 16.
So fucking cool. I'm so glad you guys picked these deities when you're making your characters, because stuff in my world is just really coinkadinky and it's happening. You would have read things that whenever Bahamut would travel the material plane, that sort of thing, he would be accompanied by 7 gold dragons who would disguise themselves as small birds. Sparrows, canaries.
It is funny that you say about sparrows, because Bahamut is in scripture has said to have been accompanied by sparrows on his travels. I had a dream once that a giant a dragon turtle had been followed by 7 yellow ducklings and surrounded. So I don't know if that at all. I had eaten a lot of sugar that night and had been up all night studying, but that is interesting that you specifically said sparrows. There were no canaries, were there?
No, it was sparrows. And then the next morning when I awoke, one flew past my window, and I took that as my sign that it was time to finally leave the academy and get out into the world.
What was the other one? The other vision?
The other one was more recently. I forget when it happened, but it was a voice, something like "the truth must be revealed" or something like that.
Quoin, you had the exact same vision. Just to remind everybody, because it's been a hot minute.
Yeah, I remember that I had the same vision.
Okay,
I
cool.
just didn't remember that we had shared. Oh, so we had shared that.
We did.
I had the same vision. I don't know if it was at the same time.
And it was the truth must come out.
The truth must come out. That was it.
Yes, I had. My thoughts had been heavily laden with concern over the religion that had been taking over the main part of Anundial and Anundial city. So that was what I was.
Oh.
So the truths must come out. Came to mind. I did not know then that you had the same.
I didn't realize you had either. I suppose we should start talking about our dreams more.
That seems, I mean, unsolicited. What a wild thing to say, right? What a wild thing to say about anyone. Like, I've had a dream. Let me tell you about it, because unless I'm in it or people are boning, that's a weird thing to just bring up randomly.
Mm-hmm. About 3 minutes ago, Druck was like, I went over to the pool.
Okay. Inside the pool, you find You're gonna need a way to carry all this shit, just so y'all know, because there's a lot of shit here that cannot be carried easily.
You got buff Dax, and we have buff
I mean, like
Ven.
it's a lot of the stuff is small, and you need big stuff to carry it in. Give me a sec. I gotta find it again.
Bag of holding.
Well, this might exceed its limits.
Oh boy.
You find 2 spell scrolls. Does Druck read them to see if... Because it's... Druck wouldn't know what the spells are, because Druck doesn't understand magic. 2 spell scrolls. A 10-foot-long wooden pole engraved with pictures of fish. A bottle filled with 4 ounces of viscous, milky white substance.
Oh.
And so would Druck have to like dip his hand into
Yeah.
the to get these? Oh,
There's dust just floating on the surface from where all the tadpoles were.
ugh.
A 1-inch adamantine cube. A black iron rod that ends in 3 rubbery tentacles. And because you didn't get to play with it last campaign, I really want you to play with it. A large blue and gold chest. Also, scattered at the bottom of the brine pool, this is what would exceed the bag of holdings. Actually, this is a lot of stuff to carry around. 2,600 copper pieces. I'm gonna post this all in the group chat. But like I said, that's a lot of. You can't just carry that coin around in your pockets because it's a lot. 1,100 silver pieces. And 80 gold pieces.
Wishing well, a bunch of quarters and nickels in there.
Yep, but it's you find
Wishing well.
that's what Druck finds in this weird treasure hoard in the pool.
I like to think that everyone in D&D can kind of just like fast coin count, like toothpicks on the ground in Rain Man, like just like 2,000. Yes, like you just get it. Like
Yeah. Otherwise, this is
It's
like it takes like it's gonna take like 3 hours to count. Yeah.
2, 3. Stack
But
of
that is what you
10.
find: 2 spell scrolls, the 10-foot-long wooden pole engraved with pictures of fish. Thranazar would have walked over too, just because he doesn't have anything to do.
Dax would have been with Thranazar, just
Yeah.
having his like her arm around him, just like talking about things.
Yeah, Druck gets all of that stuff out of there, but holds on to the fishing pole.
Okay.
and
Sure.
Just kind of just looks at it and admires the
Okay.
woodwork.
Do you want me to see if that's magical, Druck?
What is magic?
I mean, it was in a treasure hoard. It must have some sort of purpose.
It's good woodwork.
I can just check if it's magical for you.
Sure.
Okay. He pulls out this little like eyeglass, like a little monocle kind of thing, and lets you cast Identify at will. It's called a pole of angling. While holding this 10-foot pole, you speak a command word and transform it into a fishing pole with a hook, a line, and a reel. Speaking the command word changes the fishing pole back into a normal 10-foot pole.
Strange.
It's just a magical fishing pole.
I want to go fishing now.
What word is it?
And he like tries to look and see if there's any writing on
The
the
previous
pole.
owner died, so it's whatever you want it to be. And you don't need to attune to it, so you can add a pole of angling to your equipment, a fishing pole, basically. It's a wondrous item. It's common. Pole of angling.
Cool.
He's just
I'm going.
Oh, go ahead.
He'll just think and set the phrase, the word, the password to fishing.
Okay. Thranazar's gonna start Ven, there's some spell scrolls here you can have.
Ooh, I'll take a look at those.
All right. And he's gonna start casting Identify on the other stuff. And he can do it at will with this eyeglass. So there's no 10 minutes to do it. So he's just gonna boom, boom, boom,
Nice,
boom.
cool.
It's a 3rd level spell scroll for a spell called A Chardalin's Stride.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, it's from the new book.
Yeah, I know what that one
And
does. That one's real good.
a second level spell scroll of Rhymes Binding Ice.
Ooh,
So
nice.
both from the new book. So everyone's aware because they're really cool spells. I want to read them.
Nice.
A Chardelin's Stride is a third level spell cast as a bonus action. The billowing flames of a dragon blast from your feet, granting you explosive speed. For the duration, your speed increases by 20 feet and moving doesn't provoke opportunity attacks. When you move within 5 feet of a creature or an object that isn't being worn or carried, it takes 1d6 fire damage from your trail of heat. A creature or object that takes this can take this damage only once a turn. That's a Chardelin's Stride. The second level spell scroll, which is Rhymes Binding Ice, is basically, I think it's a tiny cone of cold. Yeah. A burst of cold energy emanates from you in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a con save. On a failed save, it takes 3d8 cold damage and is hindered by icy formations for 1 minute. Or until it or another creature within reach of it uses an action to break away the ice. A creature hindered by ice has its speed reduced to 0. And on a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage and isn't hindered by ice. So basically, it's just like freeze people on the spot in ice. It's pretty cool. And yeah, he's just gonna be busy identifying the other stuff. What's everybody else doing? Drux just got the fishing pole.
Yeah. Truck says to no one in particular, and not very loudly, "I'm going fishing."
Okay.
And then he just kind of gives it a couple test casts into the brine pool.
It's a fishing pole, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Tranazart, what does the Dax like holds up the whip looking thing?
Oh. Okay. This is called a Tentacle Rod. Made by the Drow, this rod is a magic weapon that ends in 3 rubbery tentacles. While holding the rod, you can use an action to direct each tentacle to attack a creature you can see within 15 feet of you. Each tentacle makes a melee attack roll with a +9 bonus. On a hit, the tentacle deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage. If you hit a target with all 3 tentacles, it must make a DC 15 con save. On a failure, the creature's speed is halved. It has disadvantage on dex saving throws and can't use reactions for 1 minute. Moreover, on each of its turns, it can't take either an action or a bonus action. It can take either an action or a bonus action, but not both. At the end of each of its turns, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. Tentacle Rod.
That's cool.
He then gets to the 4-ounce bottle filled with viscous, milky white stuff.
Not magical. No one touch it.
Oh, it's not magical. No, this is Sovereign Glue.
Oh.
Careful without the solvent.
Yes. This substance can form a permanent adhesive bond between any 2 objects. So if you don't have the solvent, don't play with it, really. Don't like mess around with it. It must be stored in a jar or flask that has been coated inside with oil of slipperiness. 1 ounce of the glue can cover a 1-foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set. Once this is done, the bond it creates can be broken only by the application of universal solvent, oil of etherealness, or with a wish spell.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, it's basically like you could put this on a doorknob and someone would be stuck to the doorknob permanently, kind of deal.
Unless they like ripped part of their hand off.
Yep.
All I'm thinking of is the grease spell with this shit.
You see his tentacles kind of flare in anticipation when he gets to the adamantine cube. This one is the one I'm most excited for. You all can have this. It should be very useful when you're traveling. This is called an instant fortress. You can use this action to place this 1-inch metal cube on the ground and speak its command word. The cube rapidly grows into a fortress that remains until you use an action to speak the command word that dismisses it, which works only if the fortress is empty. That means no people inside, no furniture inside. The fortress is a square tower, 20 feet on one side and 30 feet high, with arrow slits on all sides and a battlement atop it. Its interior is divided into 2 floors, with a ladder running along one wall to connect them. The ladder ends at a trapdoor leading to the roof. When activated, the tower has a small door on the side facing you. The door opens only at your command, which you can speak as a bonus action. It is immune to the knock spell and similar magic, such as that of a chime of opening. Each creature in the area where the fortress appears must make a DC 15 dex save, taking 10d10 bludgeoning damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. In either case, the creature is pushed to an unoccupied space outside, but next to the fortress. Objects in the area that aren't being mortar carried take this bludgeoning damage as well and are pushed automatically. The tower is made of adamantine, and its magic prevents it from being tipped over. The roof, the door, and the walls each have 100 hit points, immunity to damage from non-magical weapons, excluding siege weapons, and resistance to all other damage. Only a wish spell can repair the fortress. This use of the spell counts as replicating a spell of 8th level or lower, each casting of which causes the roof, the door, or one wall to regain 50 hit points. Basically, set it down, boom, instant fortress. And like I said, I'll be posting all this in the group chat. And then he gets to the chest, which is, you guys know what the chest is. I gave it to you guys last campaign, but you never got to play with it.
Yeah.
It's the one that transports things from like a home base to another
Goad's
place.
Infinity Chest. And you all got a note earlier in the campaign that had the name Goad on it. Just a heads up for those who keep track of the lore notes I drop. Important stuff. This blue and gold chest is rather large, but never weighs more than 5 pounds. The opening of the chest is 2 feet in diameter with no end in sight. The chest is an endless void of space, similar to a bag of holding, but has no limit on what it can hold. Retrieving an item from the chest requires an action. Contrary to the size of its opening, an object no larger than 200 cubic feet can be placed into the chest, as the nose of the chest accommodates an object up to that size that's placed within. When you first start using the chest, you determine which creatures are capable of safely opening it safely. Any creature not permitted of tiny to large that tries opening the chest must succeed in a DC 25 strength saving throw where they're pulled into the chest and slowly begin to get digested. If a living creature is in the chest for a minute, they are digested by the chest and killed. A creature can only escape the chest with a plane shift spell. The corpse can never be retrieved, and a creature killed in this way can only be resurrected by true resurrection or wish. If the creature was carrying any objects, they are dispersed into the chest and added to its contents. If the previous person who used this chest is dead or gave the chest up willingly, then it doesn't devour anyone until it's activated again. Once a day, when placing an object inside of the chest, you speak the command word deliver and can designate one creature on the same plane of existence as you to send the object to instantaneously. If you are not familiar with this creature, or they're not in the same plane of existence as you, there's a 35% chance the item returns to the chest. Once a day, when placing an object inside the chest, you can speak the command word transfer, and that object can be pulled from any storage container you encounter, chests, wardrobes, barrels, crates, etc. Even if the infinity chest is on another plane of existence, and no matter the size of the storage container. So you could, like, for example, put a cart in this thing, because it would fit, and you could, your wagon, I mean, and you could pull the wagon out of a wardrobe, out of a crate, no matter the size of the storage container. So you could, like, walk up to, like, a, for example, a cup, and just pull the wagon out of a cup. It gets a little funky and weird. Instead of lugging the chest around wherever you go, you can speak the command word conceal as an action, and the chest shrinks down into the size and appearance of a rusted, worthless copper coin, with the visage of a 3-headed toad. If you wish to use the chest again, you speak the command word reveal as an action, and it reverts back to being a chest. Placing Goad's Infinity Chest inside an extra-dimensional space created by a bag of holding, handy haversack, portable hole, or similar item instantly destroys the item that it was placed inside of, and the chest spews out all of its contents in a random plane of the DM's choosing. The chest then transforms into a spitting mimic and attacks. If this transformation occurs, the chest is lost. In Threads, it's like, those are all the items. That's everything.
I'm done fishing.
So, there you go. Can't put the chest in the bag of holding.
Yes, that tends to be the case.
But everything else can go in the bag of holding.
things.
The spell scrolls, the sovereign glue, the instant fortress, tentacle rod. Unless people want to hold on to these things already. Dax is playing with the tentacle rod, so Dax can keep the tentacle rod, I assume. Fits the aesthetic. But that is everything in the pool. And as you play around with all that stuff and gather it all, that's where we're going to take a break. So back here in a few minutes to continue this weirdness. Still got to find the rift gate to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
Derbule.
gotta go get Derbule.
Yeah.
See you all soon. Hello, everybody.
Justin, I don't know why you stop our conversations before we come back. I think the public would benefit from hearing about these things.
About baptism guns.
Yes.
It's a magic item in this campaign. Okay.
I'm a priest. Well, I used to be a priest.
Yeah, there
I'm
you
kind
go.
of a priest.
You have a
Wow, what a thing! What the shadiest thing a person can say to you? Just I used to be a priest.
Yeah. So
I
Thanks
used
to
to be
crucifix to the
laughing.
knee.
So, you have gathered the loot from the brine pool. I hold on to the glue until I decide to trade it at a later minute. Cool. And
That sounds good to me.
And I'll add sovereign glue to Kenna's equipment. And it has, I said 4 ounces, so it's got 4 charges left. Okay, cool. Who's going to take the big chest?
Not me.
If no one has any objections, I will bear the burden of this chest.
All right, I'll add it to your equipment.
So just to be clear on this, like, so it can be represented as a coin.
Yeah, if you say conceal, it turns into like a worthless-looking copper coin with 3 toads on it, with a 3-headed toad on it.
Then I'm going to say conceal and
Okay, it turns into a little coin.
to a necklace.
Yeah, sure.
Like I did with the key.
Yeah. I added it to your equipment.
Perfect, thank you.
It unfortunately, like the bag of holding.
Mm-hmm.
Bag of holdings are different. Bag of holding has its own storage thing on D&D Beyond where you can put stuff in, but you can't put custom items in it. Because this is a homebrewed item, it doesn't have its own storage container, like a storage thing on D&D Beyond, so just have somewhere you can keep track of what's inside of it.
All right. Cool. Are we putting anything inside of it now?
I would like to offload this.
Druck's been carrying around a 20 by 10 foot,
Rubber mat.
125-pound rubber mat.
Oh, a quick clarification just in case anybody asks. With the Goat Infinity chest, it does say like once a day you can do this. That's once per person that uses the chest.
So just to review again, it's you can put stuff in the chest and then later once per day remove it from the container.
Once a day when placing an object inside the chest, you can say deliver and choose a creature on the same plane of existence to send the object to instantaneously. If they're on a different plane of existence or dead or they're not familiar with you, let's say if they're dead. If they're not familiar with you and they're on another plane of existence, 35% chance the item just goes back to the chest. Transfer, you can put an item in once a day and pull it out of any storage container. You don't have to say transfer at the storage container. You just say transfer when you put the item in the chest, and then you can pull it out of any storage container anywhere.
Okay, and is that so the limit for there was in putting the things in but not taking them out?
Correctamundo.
So we could just like take days and load stuff into this thing, and then just like be able to Mary Poppins it out of anything around us.
Yeah.
Right. So Druck could like put this in there, and then if
pull it out of your own pocket.
If there's a lot of lightning or there's some
You
type
can pull
of
it out of your own
lightning
pocket.
person, I could say transfer pocket.
This is just
I
hammer,
think
hammer space.
No.
I don't even-
Okay.
you don't need-
Okay. When you put it in the chest, you say transfer,
Transfer.
and then that object can be pulled from any storage container. You don't have to say transfer when you pull it out. Just as long as
It's just
you
activated with a thought.
Yeah, so you could like reach into your pocket and think, okay, there's a rubber mat in there that I put in there, but it can only be an object that you said transfer to.
Okay.
Okay.
So you kind of it's a way to have like forethought when you're putting things in.
Yeah.
Like I know that I'll want to probably transfer healing potions. I probably won't need to transfer. I can't think of anything I wouldn't want to just transfer.
Oh, you're going on a heist. Yeah.
And you said there's no size limit too?
Oh, there is.
Oh, there is. Okay.
The entrance to the
So
chest. There's no weight limit to it.
Oh, okay, because you said wagon before.
Yeah,
as an
contrary
option.
to the size of its opening, an object no larger than 200 cubic feet can be placed into the chest.
Oh, okay, okay. So there is a size limit. It's not the opening of the chest.
But it's 200 cubic feet.
huge.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But it doesn't. There's no weight limit for it. Like the bag of holding is like 500 pounds. This doesn't have a weight limit.
Yeah. So okay, so good to know. We could just like, if we really wanted to, if say like for example we needed to like arm a revolution or something, we could just like spend a month just putting swords into this thing, and then just like walk somewhere completely unarmed and just start pulling weapons out of like any pockets and stuff and just handing them out to people.
Yeah.
100%.
100%.
Impossible.
It's a really cool magic item. I gave it too late last campaign.
Ven is like, I think we should everyone in this group that uses weapons, I think at some point, I'm just going to say this out loud now so I don't forget. I think everyone in this group that uses weapons should get a mundane version of their weapon and stick it in the box so that we can no longer be disarmed at any time. Should our weapons be taken from us, you have access to a weapon.
Quoin is going to put both his because they exist, as I understand it, they'll exist in a safe place.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to,
as long as it doesn't go into a bag of holding, then yes.
I'm going to put my that's a tough choice. I'm wondering how trusting I would be of this new item. I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll keep carrying the burden of my.
I'm not gonna let Kenna. I'm not gonna let Kenna do it either because their player's not here.
Quoin, would you be so kind as to make it thing?
I want it to spin around my neck and then like grow like
Okay.
backpack straps. So like a backpack chest.
Sure. And it only ever weighs 5 pounds, so.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. Right.
Now you can put stuff in the chest, whatever you want. Just transfer is the command if you want to pull it from something else.
Right.
Okay, so it has like infinite just storage to pull stuff out of it.
Yeah.
But if we want stuff in it to be able to pull out of other stuff, then you can only do that once.
Yeah, one person per item. Like so, one person can do that once a day.
Okay. I'm going to actually walk over.
Well, each of you can do it once a day.
Yeah. I'm going to take out my potion of greater restoration and put that in there.
Okay. Just loose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Is there a risk of it like?
No. I'm just asking if how you want to do it. But yeah. Caleb, hopefully you have a place to keep track of all that's been put in here.
Well, would it be easier if we just
or you all can track your own stuff separately? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say just like stuff in our inventory, we can just label it as like.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay, cool.
Also, while I'm in my bag of holding, getting the stuff, I will remember and pull out Dax's burnt brisket corpse. You're muted.
You can't really tell it's your corpse, Dax, but it's 7 feet tall.
It's
that's
right.
There's parts where it's like, and it's been sitting in that bag of holding for 16 hours.
Ben?
Oh, longer than that.
Yes.
Why
it's been in there longer than that. 5 days of travel to get to the city. So it's been in there for about like 5 days.
Oh, that's right.
It stinks.
Sorry, did you have a question?
Why am me there? Why?
Well, we mentioned that Kenna burned you to death.
Yep, sorry.
And we knew that we needed a body to come back into, and at the time this was our best bet, so we hung on to it. Clearly now we don't need it, so we can get rid of it.
Going up to the body that is a nice crispy flame boiled whopper of a body.
Yeah. It's like a double whopper.
Does Dax, through everything, can Dax see scarring on the neck?
No, the burning is like so severe you wouldn't see any wounds.
but just like looking down at
No,
herself,
yeah,
like
yeah, you don't have any scars.
there's just
Your body's like fresh, but like not like
that-
newborn fresh. Like the body you're in is definitely not your original.
Joel. Oh yeah, and I'm wearing just like plain clothes right now.
Yeah, just like black loose clothes. This version of Dax, you can see pieces where it was wearing your original clothes, but those have been like basically like melted to the flesh and like cooked into the flesh, like, and you can see like the faintest bit of like. Actually, no, yeah, and you also don't have any of your letters on your person, etc., etc.
Oh, looking at this body on the fingers, is there that ring from her father? Okay. Oof.
Yeah.
Oof. Feels bad, man. Okay.
So what should we do with this body? I can put it in my pocket space again for the moment, but we do have a new chest you could put it in.
Yes.
Well, do we want it to stop rotting? Oh, never mind. Don't have that spell prepared today. Yes, I do. Oh, it's a ritual spell.
And Druck goes to put the rubber into the chest.
Transfer.
Okay.
And
He like says it and kind of looks at everyone as if, did I do it right?
Get sucked into the chest.
yes. Yes. Alright.
That was perfect execution.
Franzar's not going to put anything in the chest because he's here temporarily. Do you think we should look for that rift gate to get you all home?
Yes. And Quoin's going to take the big sword he had, the long sword, and
Okay.
say transfer into.
Get sucked into the chest.
And anyone else want to put anything into the chest?
Crossbow. Transfer.
Like your normal crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can.
Oh, you can't do it. You
only
just did it to
put
the, you just did it to
one-
the mat, so you can't do it to your crossbow.
You'll have to wait
Oh,
till
okay.
next time.
Yeah.
But,
Alright.
Yeah. I'm
So
gonna
once per
close
day or
that.
once per long rest?
Once per day, 24 hours.
Okay.
So tomorrow at 6 a.m.
So Druck tries to do it and it's just like,
Well, the crossbow goes in, but it doesn't. You can retrieve it, but yeah, it doesn't transfer.
You just can't pull it out of your pocket. So I could put it in there. It only ever weighs 5 pounds. So if you ever want to get it out, just let me know.
Yeah, somebody else could do transfer if they haven't done it yet today. Oh wait, only the person who transferred it can retrieve it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you could be like, I'm gonna steal Ven's stuff. Yeah.
You can send things with it too, so we can actually use this.
Yes.
We no
Also,
longer need
also
to-
once a day.
Yeah, but that means we don't need to use the Wayfarers. We don't need to use the guild for mail delivery anymore. We can just put letters in it. and send them.
Correctamundo. Once a day.
You
Yeah.
just got a letter. You just
Well,
got
so-
a letter.
Also, Dex now
So,
has
okay.
Dex now also casts sending at will with the armor.
Oh right.
Which is fucking sweet.
Question about that then, when it comes to like what counts as one thing, if you stuffed like 3 letters into one envelope and then sealed it, would that count as one thing or multiple?
That would count as one thing.
Okay, all right.
okay, so we couldn't like send a chest full of coins,
No.
and you couldn't send like if Ven wanted to like send money to his mom, he couldn't really do that. You'd have to do it one coin at a time.
I would say you could do like coin purses if up to a certain amount. Otherwise,
D&D transfer.
otherwise stuff's gonna get a little silly.
Yeah, I was wondering
Got
about,
chest
like,
mo?
or maybe it's like a suit of armor. If I were to put that in there.
Suit of armor because this counts as one item.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you. I
Um,
appreciate it.
Yeah, Threnazar's gonna be like, should we go find this rift gate and get Druid back and work on getting
Most
out of
likely
here?
a good idea. Yes.
Speaking of which, just so everything is kept track of. Ven, you have the spell scrolls that I told you about.
Yep, I got him. Yep.
Kenna's got the Sovereign Glue. Who wants to hold on to the Instant Fortress? Quoin's got the chest. Dax, you get to hold on to the Instant Fortress.
Okay. This is a perfect
you know what?
idea.
Uh,
How about we
maybe
don't?
Ven gets to hold on to the Instant Fortress.
Yeah, maybe Ven gets.
All right, I'll hang on to that. Although I just had an amazing idea.
Put it in the...
Transfer it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just pull a house out of anywhere. Just combo those two.
Yeah, because
I'm doing that.
You would just pull it and then say the word.
Yeah, you couldn't put it in the chest when it's pulled out as a tower.
Right, but shrink it down,
Yes.
put it in the chest, say transfer, and then like next day, anywhere we are, I can just pull it out of my pocket,
Yeah, correct.
and then like it doesn't matter. Oh, that's such a good combo. We're
This chest
thrown
is so
in jail.
fun. This chest is so fun.
We get thrown in jail. I could pull out a fortress and just explode the
Yeah,
building.
yeah.
With it, and then
But
put
also,
away
it
and
would
then
like
leave.
also if you're in a cell, it might kill you. 10d10. It's fun.
Oh, that's right. Because
It's
there's
fun.
the yeah.
It's fun.
I'll put it on the windowsill and
Yeah,
then
it's great.
activate it.
It's great.
Yeah,
all
lots
right,
of room
so
for creativity.
Ven
All right,
has the
I'll
Instant
put that in my
Fortress.
pocket.
Druk has the Pool of Angling. Okay, cool.
I'll add that.
So you're heading back to those stairs because you don't see any other ways to get out of here aside from the way you came from.
We're gonna have so much fun with these magic items.
Yeah, this chest is a lot of fun, and I gave it to you guys too late last campaign. So, and there's a
Is
lore
there-
reason why there's another one.
Oh.
What was?
Instant Fortress shows up. Sorry, Instant Fortress on D&D Beyond shows up as a container.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you can put furniture in it, but every time you'd want to close it, you'd have to take all the furniture out again. But now you have a chest that can hold infinite stuff.
Yeah.
So what was Dax gonna? Brittany, what were you saying?
Dax was just kind of going to the group, going. So, is there anything else I should know? Just, it's been 12 days. Anything else off the top of your head
And I
that
will
I'm
assume this
missing
is
out
a
on?
walk and talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a Dax trying to get like the Spark Notes version.
Oh, went to my house.
Oh, how was that?
Not good.
Oh, sorry, Kenna.
Yep. Maybe I'll tell you more when I'm fully here.
Yes, sorry. It's been quite a day. Yes, it has. Just a quick question, because I don't actually know. The person who the one who I ended up speaking into their mind and created a chain of events. Are they alive? Or are they dead? What happened to them? I don't actually know.
Did you? I don't remember if you all actually figured out what happened to those people when they had that effect going onto them.
Some of them died, and some of them kind of just were unconscious when they were knocked out.
Yeah, that one you don't really know what happened to them after they went unconscious.
Like the ones we took, I mean, at least all the ones that Quoin interacted with and actually defeated were defeated non-lethally.
And the one Dax is asking about, yeah, that one you just know that they fell unconscious and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And does anybody know if I am being sought out to be killed or anything? Anybody know anything about that?
Who would be wanting to kill you?
Well, last time, remember when we were in the village, they were kind of following us around the town, then everything happened.
No, not that we're aware of.
I think we
Okay,
left
cool.
I think we left your responsibility in the situation out of it when talking to other people.
Fantastic.
In case the people's minds have returned, we may want to keep Dax in the shadows.
Yeah, we just don't go back to Varan more.
Thinking
Right.
back,
Perhaps if when we're in towns and things, you keep the helmet on.
Yeah.
And perhaps we called you something else in town.
I've been there before.
Just,
I'm actually quite gifted at making disguises. I mean, if you're not, if you will easily remember that I am the, co-creator of Ben Quijones.
Yes, I do remember that. That was quite the sight to see.
As you're walking, you get back to that room where the brain was in the jar. That brain is mush.
It's the brain with the tubes.
Yeah, that was a humanoid brain, but it's now just mush floating at the bottom. We're not floating at the bottom, kind of like sediment at the bottom. You
Why is there a brain in the jar?
You don't want to know.
Yeah, no, I don't think I do. Let's keep going.
Into the funerary chamber where all these dead mind flayers are still floating on these stone tables. They're all dead. All their brains are gone.
Can't hurt to make sure, right?
Thranazar definitely like fucking just like flicks one in the forehead. Yeah, none of them move. And eventually, after about an hour, you get up those steps that you entered in, and you get into the city, and there are just piles of dust all over the city. You don't hear any sounds. You don't feel any presences. It's almost like the entire city got wiped out in an instant. Everything connected to Ubeliek's hive mind. So why didn't some of you vaporize? That's a fun question. Yeah, you come up to the stairs. You have the city, but you also, I assume you're going back to the docks to go get Druid and then bring Druid over here, so you can look for the rift gate. Okay. You get to the docks. You row the boat over to Druid. Druid's still there, just munching.
It's all the moss.
Yeah, the wagon. Oh, the wagon got left behind at the start of this trek, so the wagon's fucking gone.
We could walk back 5 days and then stick it in their chest.
You
Or
could.
just buy a new wagon.
Or buy another one.
You have lots of money now.
Funny.
Druid's there.
Yes, it's good. Here, have a mushroom.
Oh, eats it, just slobbers all over your hand.
Wipes hand on its fur.
Druid will just fit in the rowboat with you all. Oh wait, no, he wouldn't. Thranazar's gonna cast Fly on Druid.
Yeah.
There it is.
Oh, Dax, don't touch the water.
Got it. Was not planning on it,
And then
but got it.
Kenna's gonna ride Druid because Kenna has animal handling. And then you go back to the city, which... Okay. Alright. Get back to the city, back to the docks, so you can find this rift gate. It's about 8 a.m. now. I'll move you guys to the city map. No, you're already on the city map. Cool. At the docks. What direction do you want to go? You can't really see points of interest from here, so...
So... Portal rest. There's supposed to be a portal somewhere.
Find out where.
Well...
Brook's gonna look for some high ground, just to see if there's.
You could climb one of the buildings. That's about it.
Brook try to do that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, it's dark down here, isn't it?
Correctamundo.
Or dim?
It'd be considered very dim.
Brooke, couldn't you fly?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just imagined him like starting to climb the building and being like, "What are you doing?"
Well, I guess it depends on what how the building is shaped, but
It's just a
mean-
brain that has the texture. It's a building that has the texture of brains. Black rock. That's about it. Or purple stone.
I suppose. I mean, he is going to use his hands to climb up it,
Mm-hmm.
and once he gets to the top, he's going to see if he can see anything.
Okay, not much that's tall that offers some sort of point of interest. A lot of these buildings are kind of tall and roughly the same shape. The only building that's really tall is 3 buildings to your left, right about here. Just a
I'll
big, tall building.
be right back.
It's a 2-story building that resembles a sort of vertical spiral with a disc-shaped large rock floating a few feet above the tip of the spire.
Truck's going to take flight and look around, fly around, see if he can't find something magical or portally.
Not in that area. And the city is miles on either side, so...
Yeah, I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Okay. You go to where that tall building is, and it's a tall building with glossy black glass at the top of this disc.
Okay. Flying up, any other interesting things from up here?
Not in this area.
All right.
Like I said, the city is a couple miles in either direction, so you can't see to the other side of the city.
He is a scout, so he will.
Okay, how many hours are you
Kinda.
spending alone then? Because it's going to take hours to do that.
Okay.
Like, hours.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of wondering though, because like if we don't know, if nobody knows what we're looking for, then like it would be slower for us to unless we split up and just go separate ways.
But you have no ways of communicating with each other.
Remember, Reggie? Actually, that's a lie.
True, but you can only cast sending to one person at a time. And then the 25-word limit is going to be a little...
We have Dax and Don.
All right, so Druck'll do a loop around the big building.
Okay.
Doesn't see anything. Comes back down.
Would take a while to look at all of this. That big building, nothing special on the outside.
Do I know anything about rift gates and what would be required for their construction?
Arcana check.
All right.
Threnazar will assist because Mind Flayer technology. He'll be like, I'm going to try to remember as well. By assisting you, he just puts his tentacles on your forehead.
Oh dear, oh no. Okay. Or I'm gonna take the first one. 19.
They tend to be not high enough because these are really rare magic. But you would really know that they usually look like large circular rings made of stone that you step through and think of a place, and it functions as a teleport spell.
Okay.
They're usually they're usually on city outskirts. If it would be in a city, you'd imagine it'd probably be near an outskirt.
Oh, okay. So somewhere around the edge, not in the middle.
Correctamundo.
Okay, that helps. That narrows it down. I'll let Druck know that. Be likely somewhere on the outside of the city, not in the middle. So somewhere around the edge.
Quoin could also be flying around and helping look as well.
Okay, like I said, it's miles upon miles. It's miles to either side, so it'd be it's a long way to go just for someone to go by themselves and then have to come back. It'd be to get to one side of the city from where you are now. If you want to go to the opposite side, that'd be about an hour and a half to get there, and then an hour and a half back. So 3 hours total.
Okay.
Like I said, it'll be quicker and easier if you guys just go around the outskirts in a circle.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can always just do that. Yeah. We could, now that we've identified the outskirts, we can.
And you can tell there's when Drogo's flying around, no living things here. Everything died instantly.
Yeah, we may as well just stick together and try and find it, so we can just hop in when we get there.
What direction? Clockwise or counterclockwise?
Clockwise?
Clockwise.
Okay.
Since Dax can't see because they don't have
Your
the
goggles
eyes
anymore.
to help,
Yeah.
Dax is just like entwined with Thranazart's arm and just talking to him, and she's got her seeing eye Thranazart.
He casts dark vision on you.
Oh, thank heavens. In Qualith, she just goes, "Thank you," and she just kind of looks towards Ven, and Qualith says to Thranazart, "Huh, think his brain would be tasty?" And just kind of like jokingly like nudges him.
No, I don't eat humanoid brains. You remember this.
I was trying to be a joke because you put your tentacles on his head, freak him out a little bit.
Then yes.
I've missed you.
Me as well. So,
Quick question.
Yeah.
Question. Are the buildings
Oh.
around here of cultural significance to you, Thranazart?
this is where the illithid of Coral Cove came from, but that's far beyond my generation. So no.
So no, all right then, because I just really want to try something. Just as we're passing by a building,
Okay.
like with an open doorway,
Yeah, there's tons of them.
I'm just gonna take the cube,
Yeah.
just like flick it through the doorway,
Okay.
and then once it like skitters to a stop, say the command word.
What's the command word?
Oh, what should our command word be for this?
Tally ho.
Arise.
I
Home
was
sweet
gonna-
home.
Home sweet home.
Sweet, that's a good one.
That's much better than
Okay.
Housey McHouse.
So-
Face.
And then the collapsing, and then for the collapsing, it can be what should we have it be for collapsing? Because it's like
Leaving the
sweet.
nest.
Home time.
Home time.
back to the grind.
Back to the grind.
Back to the salt mines.
All right, so you
Alright,
throw this cube into the doorway,
Ding, ding.
and then it
Home
just
sweet home.
erupts, and the house is just debris flown like all directions.
I love magic.
And you kind of like instinctively like kind of freeze because of the sound, but then nothing comes. Like there's just nothing here alive. You shrink the fortress back down and you walk in that direction. You come to the building that Drux saw. This two-story building resembles a sort of vertical spiral with a disc-shaped large rock floating a few feet above the tip. The disc is filled with small windows of extremely glossy black glass.
Looks likely.
There's a tower, or there is a door at the bottom, but yeah, it's a building, so.
Does any of this look like the magics we're looking for?
No, it doesn't, Ben.
Nope.
Keep walking then. Alright, outskirts to the next point of interest on my map. Set in the center of this area of town are collections of cages made of crackling purple energy that sit suspended from large hooks. Inside these cages is nothing but dust, and a lone pile of dust sits under the cages. Looks like it was probably a prison of some sort. It's an outdoor prison. That's about it.
Well, that's barbaric.
Yeah. The next point of interest, as you keep walking, because yeah, none of this is what you're looking for, Ben. A collection of ornate, brain-shaped buildings float around this area of the city and move about of their own accord. Thranazart kind of goes, interesting. This must have been sort of a living district where they would live. Weird.
I do appreciate the architecture.
It's not living anymore. Let's keep moving.
Alrighty. keep walking.
Yeah.
Okay. And that would bring you clockwise to about here. A large ring made of solid purple stone carved to resemble the texture of veins sits here suspended a few inches above the ground. The upper half of a dead mind flayer lies on the ground in front of the ring, sticking out from the middle of the ring, kind of like like it was in the process of stepping out of the ring, like teleporting here, while its lower half has been dusted.
Wow.
Does that look right? I
Yeah.
think that looks like
Yeah.
what we're.
The Thranazor's just going to cast Identify on it.
That does not look safe.
That's why I'm casting Identify on it. I'll let you know in a second. Okay, so we have to touch the ring, think of a place in the world, and step through the ring and teleport to the location we're thinking of. It functions exactly like a teleport spell, but it's one at a time.
So we all need to make sure we're picturing the same spot.
Yeah, if and somewhere preferably you've all been before, because you could get mishaps if it's a place you've never been.
Probably. Oh wait. Oh, we will. Yes. The Nundeel City. We've
Yeah,
all been
Thranazor's
there.
like
That's
yes.
where we met.
Yeah.
The dinner, the table where we all met.
Yep. Sorry,
I don't
Don.
think the table's there anymore.
Don's been there. Yeah, the noble district in front of the castle.
Yes, exactly. Right where the table was. Yes.
Yes.
Which was past.
Someone would need to communicate this to Derbuel, because Derbuel would have to think of the place as well.
Kenna, could you handle that?
I think I have speak with animals.
And we said, and the chest devours living things and cannot send them, right?
Yeah, within a minute, and they can only get out of the chest with plane shift.
Right. Okay. So
Derbuel would die. I don't have speak with animals, but Thranazar, I'm gonna do some mindfuck stuff a little bit. He's gonna touch Derbuel on the forehead and cast tongues.
Oh.
I'm allowing it.
Interesting. Yeah.
Any creature you touch, the ability to understand any spoken language it hears. Moreover, when the target speaks, any creature that knows at least one language can hear the target and understand what it says. So Derbuel goes, "Rrrr," and you will understand Derbuel saying, "Hi."
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, any creature, you can do it to any creature. So, Thunder,
Oh, yeah, it's because the language, the having one language
Correctamundo.
is only on being spoken to, not actually speaking.
Correctamundo.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Derbuel, you're going to need to think of Nundeel City's noble district, and Thranazar's just going to go over explaining this to Derbuel, so Derbuel is aware of the location. Now, it's not going to be so Thranazar's like, how we do, so noble district where the dinner was, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it does function like the teleport spell. And this would be like seen casually. Not this would actually be very often. Now this would be seen casually. Okay.
Well, it depends on the person, right?
Yeah, for everyone here, seen casually, because you guys don't really go to the noble district every day. This would be seen casually.
Okay. Would
This would be Derbuel would be description.
okay for those of us who lived in the
This
city.
would be
three
seen.
of us lived
This
in
would be seen casually.
Well, I was gonna say, for those of us who lived in the city, then would it be safer to pick locations we're more familiar with in the city and then just meet there?
Probably.
Okay.
Like Ven, there's a teleportation circle in the Dreamweave. Oh wait, Thranazar also is going to mention, because you would know that you can't actually teleport into the Dreamweave district unless you use a ring linked up to the Dreamweave district.
Right.
So
I could do like.
Kenna's just going to say, okay, I'll think of my house just to be safe.
Yeah, I can do in front of the temple.
Yeah, yours would be very
Falls
familiar.
Eternal Life.
Yours would be very familiar.
Yeah.
Kenna's would be very familiar. Quoin, where does Quoin want to teleport to in the city? You know what? We'll do this one at a time to make it easy when everyone steps through. Thranazar's going to crack his neck. I'll go first, just to be safe.
Are you going to the docks?
That's not the place I'm most familiar with. I'm going to fuck. Yep, the docks can't teleport into the Dreamweave district. That's where I was gonna go, because I have to pick up supplies. The docks it is. He's gonna walk through, and the DM rolls the D100 and consults the table, so that's fun. He puts his hand on the ring, and it starts to light up, and he's gonna go, Anundial docks, and step through. 82. Cool beans. He disappears through the ring. The ring flares as he steps through and disappears.
Dax is gonna follow.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna let you guys roll the D100s. Roll me a D100, Dax.
Cool beans.
The dogs for you would be...
Because she would have gone with Thranazart to get supplies.
You're not in the... You wouldn't have gone to the city a lot, so this would be seen casually, so roll a D100.
43.
Okay. Okay. So you walk up, you say Anundial docks as well, and you step through?
Yep.
Okay, you disappear as well. And you end up on some docks, but they're not the Anundial docks. But you're in the city. Then who's going next? Actually,
Go next.
yeah, Thranazart and Dax have stepped through.
All right. So you said D100.
Yep. Just tell me what place you're thinking of. In front of the temple.
Yeah, right in front of the Halls of Eternal Life.
All right. Yep. D100. Yours is very familiar.
Got 56.
Give me 1 second. Okay, 56, and that's very familiar. Okay, you teleport, and yeah, you're standing in front of the temple.
All right, that worked.
All right, so that leaves Quoin, Kenna, Druck, and Derbuel.
And Don.
And Dawn. We'll say Dawn. Yeah, whoever wants to go next. Dawn is definitely not super familiar with Anundial City, so whoever wants to go next.
Rock isn't familiar with pretty much anywhere. He's always kept moving, so I'm not gonna go next.
All right, Derbuel walks up.
then I guess-
Oh, yeah, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, Quoin. I mean, slowly and a little unsure, I guess, walks up and. So I have to. Do I say it out loud?
You have to
do I
say it
just
out loud, yeah.
The small market in. I don't. I guess I don't know. I'm. Caleb isn't familiar with the cross streets in front of like the small square.
Yeah, there's
near
yeah,
the dilapidated temple that
Sure.
was
yeah,
where he last saw his mentor.
sure. D100.
All right.
That's very familiar. So
It's very familiar.
yeah, D100.
All right. Here we go. The golf ball. 41.
That's where you end up.
Didn't get splinched.
That's right. That leaves Druck, Kenna, and Derbuel.
And Dawn.
And Dawn.
Go on, magic types. Go.
Yeah, Dawn, you should go first.
All right. And Dawn just walks up to the gate and cracks his knuckles with Dennis and just like, I'll see you fine fellows and fellas soon. Ha ha. And just taps on the gate and just goes, Undeal docks, my good sir.
That is definitely viewed once, so roll a D100.
That is going to be a 41. Ha ha.
That's a mishap.
Oh, hell yeah, it is.
So Dawn, you teleport, and you're in this like weird space. You're getting like buffeted around by magic. You take 15 force damage.
Wow.
Roll another D100 because you could get another mishap. Roll a D100. That's what happens on a mishap.
Oh, this is funny.
This could be how Dawn bites it.
18.
That's another mishap. 20 force damage.
Oh, okay.
Roll another D100.
Don't fuck me, D&D Beyond. Oh no, 35.
That's another mishap.
This is how Dawn bites it.
Boy.
8. Wow. 12 force damage.
Okay, I'm unconscious. Another D100.
Yeah. Your unconscious body's being like buffeted around the.
30.
That's a mishap and a failed death save. 6 force damage, so failed death save.
Wait, 2 failed death saves?
No, 1.
Okay, just 1.
Roll a D100. Man.
This is fucking funny. 7.
Another failed death save. 12. 14 force damage. Roll another D100.
Yeah, should I let D&D Beyond do this, or should I try to roll
Whatever
it?
you want to do.
Nah, let's do D&D Beyond. This is funnier at this point, I gotta say. I rolled 7 again.
Third death save fail. Dawn dies in between. Okay. I'm gonna roll now. Just you have to roll another one because otherwise, just roll me one more. Just see where your dead body's gonna end up.
99.
Wow. So, Thranazart and Dax are at the docks. You're sitting there just talking, and out of nowhere, a pile of bones just ends up on the docks looking like Dawn, and Dawn's definitely dead. Alright, that leaves us with Druck, Kenna, and Derbule. Kenna's gonna go, well, I hope Dawn got there safe. Druck, do you want me to go next?
Yes.
Mahome steps through. 91, yeah. Derbule looks at, no, it's just Derbule and Druck.
Go on.
Derbule like puts his head against the thing, because he can still speak because of tongues. Where they told me. This is based off description. 50. That is similar area. Okay. Derbule disappears, leaving just Druck.
Like, he's only, like most places he's only been to once.
Mm-hmm.
Other than his
Mm-hmm.
home,
Mm-hmm.
like where he grew up. So, I mean,
Anundial City, where I had that good meal with my friends.
Okay. D100.
$77.
Okay. Druck, you feel yourself getting pulled through the rift. You got off target, which isn't terrible. Roll me a D10.
There we go. 4.
And then roll another.
9.
9. Okay. Okay. So that'll be 36%. So 36% of the distance traveled. Okay. Figure this fucking shit out. Okay, cool. You're in an Untitled City. but you're 3 stories up on somebody's rooftop. And as you all teleport in various locations in the city, that's where we're going to end the session for the week. With Dawn dying.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing.
Oh, man.
Oh, is Dennis alive?
You don't know. We'll find out
Was
next
he
week.
ever?
We'll find out,
What?
we'll find out next week. Good night, everybody.